A Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Welcome to LOLT 360. I'm CEO, owner, host today, Life on Life Terms, and today I'm here with Chaplain Kev C. How you doing, Kev?
All right, and you?
I'm
Right,
good.
blessed,
I'm good.
blessed,
I'm
blessed.
good. I'm good. And I thank you, everybody, for tuning in today and watching. This is an important step for Life on Life Terms, the organization along with Millennium, and Nor the producer for allowing us to come. Because back in 2017, I had got a bachelor's degree from Lehman College. I'm a disabled veteran. I was raised in the 70s. I was raised in New York. I've been through it. I realized the hard times I had growing up. I realized the struggles. I realized where I needed help. I didn't get it from family and friends. So throughout the years, I've been in it. I've been in it caring about people. I've been doing things that I feel is the right way to go, but there's just life challenges and things that made it hard for me. So before we get into this interview, I just want to let you all know that I thank you for tuning in. And I really would like the opportunity to interact. So if you go on Millennium 20, I will give you the information right now. 1 second. If you go on Millennium News 24 Facebook page, there's an option there where you can interact. There should be other people there just talking, vibing, texting. If not, then be the first. So I say, welcome to Chaplain Kev C, because it's very important to understand not only the fact of his community service, but let's just learn and understand more about the things that chaplains do, and more so the importance and the honor to have Chaplain Kev C here. So, Kev, please share. Why become a chaplain, and what is a chaplain?
Well, chaplain is a soldier for God. We do what we have to do for the community work. We do charity work. We give out. We distribute things. We even counsel people. We even be there to help people with their situations and stuff, because everybody's going through a situation right now, especially mental illness. So a chaplain is always, we can go in prisons, we can go into hospitals, there's many places that we go to make sure we can reach the people that needs the help. Because right now there's so much going on. I deal with mental illness too,
Okay.
Because I suffer from depression. I had one time I
raised my hand.
Suicidal tendencies.
But
you know what it is? I
I
found an outlet, within God and within, the Workers' Task Force, So now I'm able to help others, because if I suffer for something, I can help somebody with the same thing, because I know the feeling, So I'm blessed to be able to help people and do the things I'm doing.
And that's fascinating, because you heard that operative word, that strong word, feeling. I myself am a chaplain too as well. I was gonna bring my chaplain shirt. I didn't actually have to wash it. I'm sorry. I have to wash it, but I have a chaplain. I have a badge, and back 8 years ago when I started with Chief Chaplain Carlos Baez, he may drop in trying to situate parking and everything. He told me, here's the police, here's the community residents, we mediate in between.
Yeah.
It sent chills up my spine. And I'd be 100% honest with you, I haven't fulfilled my total obligation. Life is not easy. There's no excuses. But the point of being a chaplain has been in my heart, because who gets the chance to mediate between both? Have you had an opportunity to mediate? Has that kind of been your experience, to kind of be in between the police and the residents in a way?
Well, I never had any problem with anything.
There you go.
You know, because
there you go.
You know, God guides me which way I should go,
Nice.
which way I should lead, which place I should be. When those being said, and being that I always believe that I always walk in His footsteps, that everything that comes to me is like it's natural. It's like I never have problems with things because I know how to deal with situations. You know,
yes.
Especially as a chaplain, you have to know how to deal with situations and deal with certain kind of people, because everybody is different.
Correct.
You know. That's what was the gift of God. We all are different in our different ways. We all have different situations and different problems. You know, as a chaplain, we try to meet most of them, or try to all of them problems. We never stray away from anything that we can do to help someone.
And that's fascinating. We never strayed away. Can you stick your hand out? Let me stick my hand out. Look at that. See that difference? See that difference? We here building. I don't know what that meant to y'all, but take it for what it is. We here building. And that's the whole point. What you do is so honorable. Could you point out some of the memories and things, maybe some things that stick out in your head when you think about your work you've done in the community? Anything. It can go in any direction.
Well,
any direction.
Let me tell you, I've been in, got an organization called Kids in New York, you know. Been doing it for 15 years. And I was blessed. I'm always blessed to be with the people that I deal with. We've been doing it without sponsors or nothing for 15 years, out of pocket.
Wow.
We've been, I'm on disability right now. I save up, and I, for 3 months or whatever, and we provide food, trophies, and all this stuff for the kids. We even give away giveaways and stuff. This is something we always wanted to do, but the hard part about it is having these organizations like the PAL and stuff like that say they for kids in these community places that don't even give kids or give us a chance to get in it.
Wow,
you know how many
sorry to hear
problems
that.
I have to get in some of these places to do an event for free? For kids and stuff, to get them off the street, and people that have problems like mental illness, that have enjoyed themselves, to learn and know that we out there for them.
And being out there for them, what does that mean, being out there? So nobody does nothing for why? Like, why? I'm just going any which way.
Well,
why? Why help people? I mean, society. I could go off. I'm sorry. Let me go. I could go off. But there's deeper levels, deeper context to the anger that we go to the street. Deeper level of context. So I'm gonna ask that question: why do you care?
Okay, see, let me tell you
Why?
something. Because even starting up, growing up, I've been in so many organizations that gave back. I was with Zulu Nation, original Rock Steady Crew, original Skills, and all of these other, and now I'm a chaplain. I've been all of these organizations, and every one of these organizations we gave back, good or bad, we gave back. So it's like I was put on this earth to fulfill my mission. And my mission is to do what God sent me to do. And that is helping people. And that's what I've been doing, because why? I don't want nothing in return. All I want is to be able to live longer, to keep doing the things we do and have people follow what I'm doing. Because we need more people to help each other.
Yes,
if we
sir.
help each other, there'd be less violence.
Yeah,
You know?
and let me clear something up for y'all. Oh, that's a religious show. Oh, that's about God's show. Oh, that's a
No,
show.
it's about life.
If it's about life, I myself am a Christian. Why am I saying this? Because I believe in God, but I'm not one. I'll drop a seed to let people know the goodness I'm doing. There's many ways to go about it, but I just want to tell you something. When you start speaking about religiosity and you start speaking about spirituality and mental wellness, it makes you feel good. There's a lot of things that you get. He's feeling. I could tell his energy is infectious. Real talk. Real talk. And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to act a certain way. But spirituality and religiosity and mental wellness all connect because it's about feelings.
Yeah, see, nor do I try to hide anything
Sure,
I'm a
bro.
part of, anything I'm doing. Yes, I'm
Man, don't get me started.
I'm in a motorcycle club
Yes, sir.
called On Smash
Okay,
under
respect.
Brotherhood called Wheels of Soul. Yes, people have a stipulation that everything, because you're in a motorcycle club or something, you bad too. No, I have different layers of me that God sent me to fulfill. And by me even being in the motorcycle clubs and stuff like that, we give back too. We give back a lot. We do a lot of stuff. You know, it's not what you're part of and stuff. It's what you do when you're a part of something. You know, and there's boundaries. To me, I walk in a straight. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I have boundaries.
Yes.
You know, and I don't go beyond my boundaries. You know, and what I mean is I'm here to help people, and I'm here to, you know, to encourage people to help people. You know, and if that's the will that God put in me, that I can't change it. It's something I'm going to endure. You know,
And endure. How many of y'all endure? And I'm not saying everybody had a rough life or everybody's struggling, everybody's stressing. But what I would say, especially at the geriatric age, our mind kind of goes. Like when we, you know, it de-develops, if that's even a word. You know, at 70, 80, 90, our mind, we all got to deal with it. So along the way, the problems and the struggles that we deal with, and once again, I'm honored. I'm actually a little bit overwhelmed because I know who's next to me. He said a couple of words, Zulu Nation, rock steady. This is the time I grew up in. I was a fan. It was because of people like him that kept me off the street. I'm a tape DJ. Popping, you know, breaking the tape thing and but the TDKs. Come on now, we're not gonna go there. The TDKs, the orange joints, we always get them brand new, and then we get them. I'm sorry, but the point I'm trying to say is really sink in. And if this man is saying 15 years, and it's hard, why has it been so hard? You mean to tell me good is hard to get support than bad? Is that what you saying?
Yes, it is. Because let me tell you something.
Good. I'm sorry to interject. I said the host, the guest always talks more than the host, but good is worse than bad.
That's the because
It seems that way.
Because growing up, I always believe in, you know what I'm saying, if you do right by somebody, they do right by you. Nowadays, if you do wrong by me, I do right by you. That's not God's intention. But that's how people, you know, bad influence. People are bad, very bad influence by even people who have no morals, to me. Because if you're a rapper, like, see, the other day I'm reading a thing about Lil Nas X.
Okay.
And how you gonna have somebody, these kids are out
Yes,
here
sir.
and they support you. Most of the young ones support you. Because
Yes.
I really didn't like the music. But in the article, he's gonna say, F the kids. Now, come on.
Now
What
let me
kind of stuff is that?
let me ask you. When you read these articles, is there another view on it? Because they'll probably say, "No, you didn't say that. Somebody
No,
else said that." And I'm not saying I touch on it. I'll be honest, I touch on it. I'm not up on it like that, but I touch on it. I know Lil Nas X. I can't spew off a lot of names. I don't want y'all to look at me like, oh, he's out of touch, this and that. We're trying to talk common sense.
Yeah.
Another word
I'm
he said
just
was
bringing
more.
it up
Yeah.
because you know why? Because this is the issue that we have, that people, how, you know, I support you and how you feel about me.
Correct.
You know.
Correct.
Because it's on you on YouTube. You know, and it just popped up on my phone, and people called me and told me, and you know, really I don't.
Sure.
And the reason why I tell you, see, because with Zulu Nation, they always tell you, each one teach one, feed one. And it's all about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You have to, you know, look at something and see what he said. But he said it himself, you know, in the video. It's not like, you know, I just bring it up. But reason why I'm bringing this up is that we have to be aware of the things that we do and say when it comes to kids, you know?
But if somebody such as Lil Nas X says F the kids, let's say hypothetically, when the question I ask is other way to look at it, any other way you look at it, just on face value, you the viewer, Lil Nas X, if you watch it, whoever, understand how we're impacted. We came from generations where it was about connection, building, and growing. To see the little kids, you don't know what it is when we all together playing in the park, Ringalivio, and all this other stuff. And we hear people, we're very sensitive about that. And plus, let me be real clear, we're passing down, we're downloading our experience to y'all. Gen Z, millennials. I know there's a disconnect from our generation, and I'm sorry I'm using my hands, I'm not really old, and this and that, but I'm trying to do the best I can. There's a disconnect between millennials and Gen Z to where we are. We all, not to say we all the OGs, this is a definite OG, but I'm just saying that we're all in this to right now at this point to share with y'all, there's a other way to go about it.
What we got to learn is we all God's children.
Yes,
we
sir.
all was born to be kings and queens because God don't breed nothing but kings and queens. Those who don't know their purpose, that's on you. But I knew I was a king from when I was born. Why? Because God told me I was a king. He didn't give nothing but kings and queens, and that's what we all are. You got to take pride in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. I'm not saying everybody's going to do what I did, because hey, I wasn't always a good, I got in trouble. Everybody got in trouble. But you got to see the light in things. Change. Everybody deserves to. Every day, like the weather changes, each day you got to be able to change. You got to be able to help people. And mental illness is something we have to start helping people every day. Why? Not just one day, not just today and then forget about them tomorrow. This is an ongoing thing, because why? You can't incarcerate people with mental illness all the time and think that's just putting a Band-Aid on the problem.
And incarceration is big. We as a society, what I don't hear enough about incarcerated. It's just go to jail, goodbye, you did bad.
Yeah. And then most people with mental illness, that's what they're doing. They're not treating the problem. If you put an animal in a cage, that animal is going to become more, if he's not used to being there, he's going to get more rough, So that's what they're doing.
And I guess we all know this, but we don't really discuss this. The whole point in prison system, et cetera, is to rehabilitate.
Yeah.
And so we don't even, maybe we are talking about that, but just around the average head, or average person, sorry, not head, we're not talking about rehabilitation process. Damn, I'm sorry. So you're saying that word, but I'm just saying, I'm sorry. It doesn't
with torture, though,
You can't rehabilitate with torture. Now, we're going to cut to a commercial
What does
break.
a Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Welcome back to LOT 360. Chaplain Kev C and myself, we were just talking. We were mentioning about Rocksteady. What could you say about Rocksteady? What are your memories? What are your fondest memories about? Let's keep it positive. Not to say negative, but let's keep it positive.
There's always been, because there was, the first generation and then the second generation. I was part of the first generation under JoJo.
Okay.
JoJo was one of the founders, So, he put me down years ago, because I started out as a rapper. I was rapping, they used to call me Rhyme Wizard Kev Ski, started rapping, then I started DJing, and then when me and JoJo was friends, we used to go to clubs and stuff and dance and everything, so, he put me down with original Rocksteady. And you know, so from there, you know, it's been me just doing one thing after another, and then Kids of New York and Zulu Nation and all of these other organizations.
So, when you go back to Beat Street, when you go back to Crush Groove, what, from a cultural standpoint, how did that make you feel at that time? Like your awareness, your senses, like, I'm gonna get involved. How did that make you feel?
Well,
With everything going on back then, the beginning.
Yeah. When that movie came out, it was like you know, that was Crazy Legs' job. You know, he was the second generation.
Respect.
So they, you know, it was a good movie. It made history. And not only that, it also gave people an idea what breakdancing is, and then, you know, put them breakdancing more on the map, you know? Even though people don't realize a lot of this stuff, you know, people look down on positive stuff,
Yes,
you know?
yes,
And
yes.
breakdancing is a positive thing. It's, you know, exercise, good for the, you know, cardio and everything else. And it's good, you know what I'm saying, to interact.
Yes.
You know?
And so did it help people from getting killed, murdered? Kept people on the
Yeah,
streets?
because sometimes when you go to
Hello?
jam, you know, when you go to jam and you dancing for 6, 7, 8 hours, you ain't got no time to get in no trouble, you know? So it was a way of keeping some of the kids out the problems, you know? You know, because once they dance and everything and they doing ciphers and interacting with so many other kids, nobody wants to leave a cipher when they're having fun. So it was always, you know, you know, intense, but it was a good thing. And respect. It was always respect too. Because if somebody was top rocking or something, or you know, up rocking or whatever, and they all up in your face and everything, and nobody took it as a disrespect. Oh, we not fighting over it. It was like, okay, you dancing, you get a little aggressive, and I got aggressive, and at the end of the day, you hug it out or whatever, or give it a pound and say, yo, respect. You know, but now the generation is different, you know?
Sure. And it's wild because back then, instead of guns and all that, I mean, you was special if you had a gun, I feel. But if you didn't have a gun, it was more about fighting and with the hands and body boxing and, you know, and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's just a different time. So you took that and you joined your organization.
Yeah.
How did that happen? What was the transition? Was that a reason why you did Kids of New York, if I'm not mistaken?
The reason why I did Kids in New York, one time when I first started, it was like the second Kids in New York.
You said 15 years ago, though, right?
Yeah, it was like the second Kids in New York. Me and JoJo had took me to a event called the Kids in New York.
Okay.
So there was Anthony Colon, King Up Rock, and a few others and stuff, you know. And they had this event. I said, you know, I love this event. I had so much fun.
That's so dope.
So
That's so great.
I volunteered. I said, you know what? I want to be part of this event.
Yeah.
Can I start bringing food? You know? So ever
Society,
since then, we started serving food and we started giving out trophies and everything. And then it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you know? And, you know, and the part is, see, I believe in, when you break bread with somebody, that's a beautiful thing because you're interacting with me, you know? I'm showing you love, you showing me love. So I used to buy the food, cook the food, you know, even carry the food on the train for where I'm going, you know? Because sometimes I had to go to I was living in Manhattan then. I had to go from all the way from the Manhattan to the Bronx to go shopping because it was more expensive.
Sure.
Yeah. And then carry it on the train and then lug it to either Brooklyn, you know, Queens or wherever we was throwing the event at, you know? And then as the years go by, I had help. But the first couple of years, it was just me lugging most of the stuff on the train by myself.
And look at that, lugging. But I want to go into what he's saying in the text. So I remember I was born in Brooklyn, Long Island Hospital, and then moved to the Bronx, actually Cedric Projects, and then I moved to Parkside Project. That kept me, it's so weird how, I didn't know nothing about Skate Key, but it linked me into Skate Key. But not to go, listen to what he's saying. If you're paying attention to what he's saying like I am, he's giving you the blueprint on how to show love without actually wanting to get something back. You could want it, but it may not come back. So don't have these false feelings or pass judgment on somebody who's not reciprocating. So if you listen to what he's saying, he was doing manual labor. Manual labor is what's gonna go ahead and say, dang, he's doing that for me, if you're a person who is into appreciation. So can you talk about that, helping others?
Well, it's something now.
Because you gave him the blueprint to
it's-
show love. I've never heard that before in my
it's
life.
something I was gifted
and he didn't
to
even
do.
say it like that. He said it on what he did. To me, that's the blueprint. Sorry to overtalk him. But let's pay attention to what's going down. It's an honor. And from coming from me, I'm not an empath, but I listen to people and I absorb and get the energy. And it is an honor. And Kev, we're going to communicate and do more things on this platform of mental wellness. But why? Once again, it's like comes back to the question, why? Why back carry them back? Why? You don't need to. You can do you.
Because that's my gift from God. God gave me that gift and gave me the will to do what I'm doing. Even when I'm in pain and even when I don't feel like doing something, he pushes me. He let me know, this is what I'm set for you to do. This is your mission for the day. And I try to fulfill my mission. Why? Because I don't want nothing in return. God gives me everything I want in return. You know, I always say, long as I can get up in the morning and put on my shoes, I'm blessed. You know? Long as I can be able to see my grandkids, my daughters and stuff, and my family, I'm blessed. I just recently lost a nephew.
Sorry to hear that.
You know,
Sorry to hear
because, you know, he struggled and everything. God called him away because he knew he was suffering. But the thing is, you know, I took it hard. But see, I know the reason why. We all know the reason why. Because we're not here. We're not put on this earth to suffer. We put on this earth for a reason. You know, like I said, my reason is for me to help people, to do what I can as long as I can. You know, and I always thought of let me resign from breakdancing and doing all interviews. I do a lot of documentaries and all that stuff. I thought of resigning from that stuff so many years, but you know why? I can't, because it's so much that needs to be said, so much needs to be done.
Not only so much needs to be said, not only as you said, the action that you put into listening to something and making it happen, he's just dropping gems and jewels. Let me just bring it back once again. You've heard the word God, G-O-D, quite a few times. I don't want you to be appeased. I don't want you to be bothered. I want you to feel, oh my God. Whether you're atheist, whether you're Christian, whether you're Catholic, he's telling you what he's did. For the more scientific, the more social work, the more psychiatric, the more LCSW, the more cognitive intellectual types, spirituality and religiosity can make you feel good. There is a relationship. So to hear what's making him feel good, to see what composes the man that he is today, come on, man. Say God a million times.
Yeah.
Let's not throw the hate.
Yeah.
And I'm starting
the
to
Father
judge.
and the Son is my truth.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know how
There you
everybody else
go.
feels, but that's my
Much
truth.
respect. Much
You know?
respect. Much respect. So what I do in real time, I'm not saying God lot right here. So let me tell you my real life and what I do. I say, Lord, something happens to me, and I say, Lord, okay, so let me think for a second. Lord, thank you. That's like a quick immediate. Anything good happens to me, I say, Lord, it's my higher power and what I believe in. It's my guidance. It's not for others to kind of say, okay, well, this and that. You can say whatever you want, but I always say, Lord. So I just want y'all to know, in my heart, God is in my heart. I know I live in the world. I know how. Can you talk about that, living in the world?
Well, you know,
Go whatever direction you want. We
look,
opening this
as
all up.
long as I've been, you know, as
We
long
open
as
this
I've been
all
on
up.
this earth,
Sure.
I'm 57. I've been on this earth, and you know, and I've been doing this stuff since I was 8 years old. You know, I used to hang out with a lot of older people, and a lot of times I ain't gonna, you know, I used to get in trouble. I used to get in trouble a lot when growing up.
Yeah, no doubt.
I used to do a lot of things, but the thing is, when I learned the boundaries that I could not cross, that's when I started to reevaluate my life and change for me. Not everybody wants to change.
No.
Not everybody gonna change.
No.
But I changed for me. Because why? Because that's what I wanted to do. So, you know, nobody's saying you have to, you're forced to do something. You do what you need to do to make you happy. To me, this is my way of making me happy. I'm not totally a happy person, but I'm happy doing the things I do. That's my happiness. You know, I probably don't find happiness in my life for quite some time, but I'm happy doing what I do. That's the happiness I found. You know, it is not about me. See, the basic things I'm trying to say here is not all about me. It's not about my history. It's nothing like that. It's all about what I'm going to do and what I'm trying to do. You know, and my thing is helping people.
Nice.
You know,
and he told me we was on break. Well, even before we started, he said, "Be sincere." Be sincere. So I'm gonna be sincere. I'm gonna be as brutally honest as I possibly can. Keep in mind, starting this all, I had a passion to go ahead and address mental wellness, the stigma of mental wellness. The stigma being people judging you because of your mental illness and making making fun of you, kind of giving you a blasé excuse. So to myself, in this journey of mental wellness, people working with me, volunteering, etc., you know, I asked the question, do I like people or their behaviors? And I'll ask the question again so you can focus in on me, right? Do I like people or their behaviors? Sometimes it's questionable. Sometimes it's questionable. Moving forward, because I know we have another 15-minute segment, but this right there, and maybe we can lead into the next one. Can you talk the impact of Zulu Nation as far as joining and its aspect like mental wellness or community relations?
Zulu Nation always
and
was
thank you
about
for sharing.
helping people, you know? It still is, you know? See, don't get me wrong, you know, because, you know, things been going on in the nation just like everything else,
Sure,
you know?
sure.
People think, you know, a situation to take over everything. No. There's a lot of good people in the nation that's still doing their thing now, you know, and there's, you know, of course, when, you know, they say one egg don't spoil a bunch, you know?
Sure.
So what I'm trying to say is a lot of the people in the nation now is still doing what they can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Still continuing to help people and stuff like that. People may not think you're not, because you say, oh, I don't see them no more, because not everybody wears they you know,
the kufi
shines
and
with
all
their beads and kufis. Yeah. But there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that's doing some very valuable work. And I praise them for that.
And I pray and I thank you for sharing that. And I want everybody out there to understand, just because you don't see it, the work is still being done.
Yeah.
As he emphasizes. And we're gonna go on a commercial break. It's gonna cut probably any second now, but in the meantime, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about Kids in New York. We're going to talk about Chaplains Workers Task Force. And we're really going to start digging into more of what Chaplain Kev C came here to share with us. So I thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. And hopefully on the Facebook, you're communicating, talking. Daisy, if you're there, thank you so much. You said you pop in at our Facebook and say what's up. Everybody else, this is interactive, and it's such an honor. There's so much to talk about that this is going to be so much more that we can come here and communicate about and learn about. And having somebody here whose experience has really helped tremendously. Really helped tremendously, because it inspires me to move forward on the premise of helping others. You know, on the premise of helping others. And I guess we're not cutting.
What does a Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish. What does a Regis divorce, a Regis bankruptcy, and a Regis personal injury claim have in common? Regis lawyers. Lawyers who care, convenient, affordable, respectful, and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. We're here with Chaplain Kev C. And Chaplain, the pandemic. 1 second. Let me show you. I got my mask. Everybody got a mask? I got a mask. What are your thoughts on the pandemic? From the beginning to where we are now?
Well, from the beginning to from now, I've been out from the beginning till now.
Wow.
Every day when the pandemic first started, the city closed, shut down. Chaplains don't shut down. I was out there helping people, giving out food, taking food to people, going to help people and helping people their appointments and all that stuff. It's just something you never stop, you know. And I was blessed that I didn't even get infected or never got sick, you know. So I was protected, you know. So I did a lot of stuff for me. The city was closed down. I was walking places and taking people food and going there and do stuff. I even was babysitting for people, you know.
Once again, he's telling you, and not that you're not paying attention, but he's telling you, and it's not even once again, but he's telling you things that he's actually doing. He doesn't have to tell you why he's a chaplain, what a chaplain's about. Are we queuing in? And I don't want to sound condescending, so I'm talking down to you. But are we queuing in? Are you listening? It's the nuggets and things that you do. What makes you the man that you are? I'm trying to dig in so y'all get the most of this, because believe me, he hasn't even opened the door on conversation stories and things like that. So I'm trying, exactly.
What makes me the man I am?
I'm trying to get enough of him. That's how we got.
The man above.
The man above.
Always. You know, always give praise to God, you know. And my family, I surround myself with positive people, you know. And also with the organization, the chaplain organization, you know. These are things that I try to surround myself in with people who's willing to give,
yes, sir,
without nothing in return.
Yes, sir.
Willing to give things and fulfill our reason that we are here on this earth.
And that reason why we're on there, I'm sure everybody has a different reason.
Yeah.
But one of the things I find interesting is you're wanting to help others.
Oh, I'm passionate about that. I love doing that. You know, and the thing is, I never look for nothing in return.
Let's talk about return. Have you ever received something back?
No.
Never?
No.
No cookies? No apple pie?
No, a thank you is good enough for me, you know? Because see,
thank you is good.
Thank you is good enough for me.
You got to thank you back.
Yeah, but I got plenty of thank yous, you know, because see, let me tell you something. I don't do something for something in return. God told me this is what I send you to do. This is what you got to fulfill for this day.
Yes, sir.
And I fulfill my mission. And he tell me, here, this is what I'm give you in return. Another day to wake up, another year to wake up, another year to be around my family, another year to praise him. A lot of things I get out of it, you know, but as far as me worrying about self things, material things, no, I don't care about those things. My happiness is the most important thing, which I am fulfilling it through helping people. You know, so
I want to go in a little bit. So, as an African American man, has society changed in your opinion?
everything in life changes. But see, the main thing I never forget.
Yes.
I don't judge people.
Sure.
Don't look down on people. Nor do I care what race, creed, or anything else a person is.
Okay.
I respect people.
Sure.
You know. So same way I respect you, respect me as one of God's children. Don't respect me as because I'm Afro-American or whatever you want to call me.
Sure.
Respect me as one of God's children.
Sure.
If you do that, you got all the love in the world for me.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, we was born to be kings and queens.
Sure.
You know,
Yes.
that's why I do a lot of stuff for the youth. You know, with the kids in New York and the organizations that I'm in, we do stuff because that's what we're here for.
And to me, there's some of y'all out there like, when you gonna hit that question? You know, African American, black, etc. And I did. And what the clear answer was that yes, I am what I am. How you label me or how I perceive him, how I labeled it. Some people may not see that title. Some people may not even see that label. Some people get offended for whatever it may be. But the point is, what was expressed is he's a person on his duty to serve God. Not only serve God, within the fact of serving God, you all get if you connect. Tell them, what is your social media, please? I don't know when this commercial break is going to not get it. But let them know how to get to you.
Yeah, my email
please.
is Kiss the Crown. KISSTHECROWNNY And the reason why I put it Kiss the Crown, because we all kings and queens, like I said. And then I add on New York at the end, #1. But it said, in other words, it'd be Kiss the Crown, #1.
Okay.
But it really means Kiss the Crown,
Okay.
New York, #1.
Sure. Now, this interview
At Yahoo.
Yeah, thank you. This interview, as far as Chaplain Kev C, came on the tail end very quick, so the lower thirds and everything wasn't situated. But this is LOLT 360. This is our initial show on the program, which we're going to be here for quite a while. And thank you, Noor, so much for allowing us to come here and experiment and also learn and grow. And is there any social media that they can get from you? Anything, Instagram, Facebook, etc.?
Well, I'm on Instagram.
What's happening with you?
Well, I'm on Instagram, Kevsky #1.
There you go.
Kevsky #1. But and I just want to say I feel blessed to be here. To be able to talk and express myself and let people know how I feel and stuff. Because in reality, I don't really talk too much about the things I do.
Much respect.
But and being that we're dealing with a lot of things in the world, we need to let people know what a heart can do.
Yes.
What God can do for you.
Yes, and then when he said, we did an interview on our other show, Life on Life Terms, which you can YouTube Life on Life Terms and see other show. We actually have some. Kev C was introduced. We had a host who introduced him. Very mellow, very relaxed. You could approach him. Very approachable. So please hit his social media. Once again, if you tell him your email, reach
Kiss
out
the
to
Crown, NY, #1 at yahoo.com.
Now
and on Instagram, Kevsky #1. I'm always here. I'm ready to talk to anyone. I'm always willing to share with anyone, and I'm always willing to build with someone, anyone.
Building, what does that mean?
Building is a term Zulu Nation always say to share knowledge, wisdom, and learn to understand.
You feel there's enough building going on in society today?
No, we're not. There's not more communication. There's less communication than it is. See, there's more action as far as violence, but it's not communication. If we learn how to communicate with one, we'll realize that just because we're different colors and different creeds, that we got so much things in common.
Sure.
Because why God put us on this earth to have a lot of things in common. He gave us different colors and different races and stuff. Why? So we can interact with each other, learn from each other, learn something new from each other, And that's the blessing.
And that is that. So what could you say people learn from you?
What they learn from me is that I'm a person that's willing to do what I have to do to serve my purpose. And I try to stay in between the boundaries. I don't try to do something I can't do. I only try to do things I know I could do. You know, if I know I can do something, I tell you I can do it. But most of the time, I find a situation, a way to do it.
Okay, we're gonna. This is pretty much coming to the close of the show. So right now, he shared his social media. Chaplain Kev C, thank you
very
so much
much
for coming through. I want to
feel
just
blessed.
thank you so. It's an honor. My God. He'll be back. Probably in the first, Kev will come back and do this. But I just want to say, you can see Life on Life Terms on YouTube. Type Life on Life Terms on Facebook. Our new Facebook page is being reorganized, Life on Life Terms. Our website, www.lifeonlifeterms.com. You go to it. It's under construction, November 1st. We're going to go ahead and launch it. You can see us on Instagram. You know, you can see Life on Life Terms 2020. On Twitter, which we're developing. I'm not too deep on Twitter. I got to get more into it. I don't really post a lot of quotes and comments and stuff. So it's Life on Life Terms T. Oh, I'm sorry, Life on Life T. What final words you have for the audience if you want to share?
Help each other. Stay blessed. Love you.